Wilds of Eldraine draft season was a fun one here on the channel, and new Wilds of Eldraine draft content has unfortunately come to an end, but that doesn't have to mean that Wilds of Eldraine limited content has to end as well. Over the course of this format, I ended up doing 33 total drafts and earning a 7-win trophy in 9 of those drafts, putting my trophy rate at 27% to go along with my 62% game win rate over the life of the format. So I thought, what would be a more fun way to close out such a successful format here on the channel than with a little top 8 of my best draft decks over the course of Wilds of Eldraine. Of those 9 trophies, I've chosen my 8 favorite decks to battle it out in a single elimination best of 3 top 8 tournament, and after 7 videos over the course of the next 7 days, we will be able to crown what was my best drafted deck in Wilds of Eldraine. Now, to help me with this tournament, I've enlisted the assistance of longtime viewer and patron of the channel, Ruben, to act as my opponent for each of these 7 matches, and today we will conclude the tournament with the final match and me playing the Temur Adventures deck that took down Selesnya Auras in the quarterfinals and Sultai Ramp in the semis. This deck is a base blue-green deck that is splashing a couple of off-color adventures, and most importantly, Baluna Grand Squall. It features 8 different adventure creatures, plenty of card draw, some key fixing, and a couple of bombs to top it off. Ruben will be piloting the Gruul Midrange deck that took down 4-color control in the quarterfinals and Rakdos Rats in the semis. It got a 7-1 trophy, and I wasn't sure I would top it for the rest of the format. It featured a couple of early ramp spells in Ruby and Bramble Familiar, as well as Root Rider Fawn. It had plenty of creatures to bridge the gap between the early and late game, and usually won with the 2 copies of Hamlet Glutton, a card that not everyone knew was outstanding just yet. Drop a comment down below to let me know which deck you think will come out on top, and I'll see you in the match. Okay, welcome to the finals, and we do get to play first in this matchup, playing Temur Adventures against Gruul Midrange with 2 copies of Royal Treatment in the deck, which could be interesting with our slight lack of removal and interaction here. Looks like he'll be on 6 cards after a mulligan. Alright, let us go here. Probably just playing Fawn on 2. See what he's got here on 2. Fawn himself, huh? Don't really want you ramping either. Let's go ahead and bounce that here. This Temur Adventures deck has been unstoppable and very, very good. So we're going to see if we can keep up the good draws here with this deck, while Ruben pilots Gruul Midrange. I think I'll just get down a creature here. Taps me out of Spell Stutter, but I'd rather get a threat down. Cut in. Okay, yep, that's a good one. Still missing land drops over there, but it's okay. We're not doing much with ours. We're just drawing all. We have all of them, he has none of them. And usually Screw will beat Flood, because he has the ability to, you know, as soon as he draws any lands, he starts casting a bunch of cards. Okay, so that's basically free. Still has 5 mana. Okay, in comes a 2/4 Fawn. Don't really need lands anymore, so... Howling Galefang can still play around Spell Stutter here, unfortunately, so that is a tough one for us. We're really not drawing what we need. Alright, sure. I mean, it's one of the better lands in our deck, but it is yet another land. Gotta see if the power of Temur Adventures can come back from this this mana flood here. 7 mana. Spell Stunner is just not doing much at all. Both of these have trample. I mean, I guess I do this. Now he's got 6 mana. Still playing around Spell Stutter. Doing it well. Getting all of the card advantage over there. Guess we'll get rid of this Uprising, not that it already hasn't done its damage. And now we do still have enough mana to activate Vinestalk here. Ton of mana over there. This stutter is doing just nothing. I'll counter literally anything that I can. Alright. We did effectively get it. Right? Oh, he's got... what's it called? Royal Treatment, I believe, is what he has here. And even if I didn't know what his deck was, it's still pretty clear it's Royal Treatment or Monstrous Rage, one of the two. Because, well, no, it's got to be Royal Treatment because Root Rider Fawn can tap for only a green here. So... I think we got to preserve our life at least just a little bit. Here comes the Royal Treatment, but we got to get it out of the hand somehow. Yeah. Okay, so now we've got Vinestalk as a blocker. That's about all we can do here. I guess I trade it for Galefang? I don't really like doing that, but we are at 8. So... oof. Okay, I can't even block that. Alright, that's something. That preserves... preserves our life, I suppose. Does he have another royal treatment here? If so, we're technically not dead. But we're not looking great. Okay, he will put it on top. I think I'll do this and take 4. Monstrous Rage, put us to 1. Does he have one of the damage dealers? No? Okay, but either way, now he has this lethal to all 3 creatures. And that will be game 1, so we obviously did not draw very well at all there, but he was mana screwed, so we had the opportunity... Excuse you, train. He had the opportunity... Okay, there it goes. Now we're in game 2. Okay, so if you haven't seen this series before, we are playing best of 3. However, we're not sideboarding in between games because we're just playing the deck that was played on the channel when it originally was. So he took game 1. Let's see if we can come back game 2 and 3 here. Ooh, turn 1 Utopia Sprawl is going to be hard. So, yeah, I mean, we could just kill an X1, or... Let's see. Okay. That was kind of dumb. Because I wanted to do Return from the Wilds. But... I guess we'll do this instead. Four mana. Please no Howling Galefang. Ugh. It is the Howling Galefang. Okay, now we have 4 mana. Gatekeeper doesn't do anything here. I guess we do this and then get a green. Hold up our Frolicking Familiar, and we are... This deck has outlasted an aggro deck and another kind of mid-rangey deck. But we're playing against a third kind of mid-rangey deck and struggling to hold our ground here. Alright, going for the trample. Pushing through plenty of damage. Okay, 6 mana. We can bounce, Lookout, play Fawn, hold up, blow off Steam. We can just play Gatekeeper. I think I'm just going to play a Gatekeeper and try to block this Galefang here. If he has removal for the Gatekeeper, that's a pretty big issue. Okay, here comes Galefang. I'm gonna block. Okay, it looks like they trade. Six mana. Could be a bargained Hamlet Glutton. That is what it is. That is another creature we have difficulty dealing with, although that is an answer. So let's do this, and then I guess we're gonna Moats the Glutton. Knowing this deck plays at least one Royal Treatment, maybe I shouldn't have waited here, but it looks like he doesn't have it. Garruk's Uprising and Tanglespan Lookout. Okay. Seven mana for us, so we can do Fawn and Into the Fey Court here. We don't need the Adventurer Beanstalk Worm, I don't think. So let's just play the Fawn. Looks like he can't play Glutton unless he bargains away the Uprising here, which he might do, but we'll see. Might just wait till he draws that. Okay, well, had the land in hand anyway, so here comes Glutton. 7 mana, 6/6, trample, gain 3 life, draw a card. Not a bad card. Let's do Gatekeeper. That blocks Glutton well enough for my liking here. I don't think I'm gonna Lagoon Breach the Glutton because I don't really want him to play it again. So I'm actually just gonna do this, play the land, and then now Familiar is still online. Ooh, double Tanglespan Lookout. Oof. If he has an aura, this could get ugly. Okay, choosing not to trade with Gatekeeper here. That's pretty good. Let's go to combat, go to attackers, get in here, and then we're going to bargain this away. Getting rid of the Uprising here. Now we're starting to turn that corner just a little bit. This deck is very powerful at doing that, and he is flooding a little bit over there too. But, I mean, any aura, and he's kind of got it all. So we can do this here, turn that into a 3/3. And then he can still trade, but that does potentially get rid of Glutton. That makes sense. Fortunately, we do still have Frolicking Familiar to finish the other one off. And now you're seeing the power of this Temur Adventures deck. It's got so many options, and he's just unfortunately flooding really, really hard over there. One, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This might be lethal. 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, this would be lethal, but either way, probably does it there. Man, what a draw from our deck in this one here. It looks like this finals will go to a game 3. Don't know what he has, but I can't imagine he's got enough to prevent all of this damage. Is it a Witchstalker Frenzy? It is. Okay. So we will head to Game 3 of the finals with Temur Adventures versus Gruul Midrange. Let's see who comes out on top. Alright, our hand is... it's not outstanding, but mulliganing is awful. So we're going to go ahead and keep it here. Alright, I guess I'd probably play Oof on 2 even without bargain fodder here. Let's see what his turn 2 play is. Utopia Sprawl, yep. Must have just drawn it. Or just drawn the forest, one of the two. But unfortunately for him, we do have the Stormkeld Vanguard here. Alright, there's the Lookout. Hold up Stutter or play Familiar? I think I'm just going to get my creature on the battlefield here. Could regret that, but every time I hold up Stutter, it doesn't seem to do anything. It seems to play around it. Oof. Alright. There's the card draw. Wondering if he's got the interaction of Royal Treatment in hand or not. Good news is, if he does, I can still counter it with Spell Stutter here. Alright, here comes the 4-3. 5 mana, you say. What if I just drew some cards? Alright, so we got some flyers coming down here. I know his deck struggles against flyers, so we're going to see if we can push through. Well, Familiar down, so apparently not. Let's just get these big creatures down. I think that's going to be pretty good against his deck here. Alright, so we still have tons of action in hand. As well as a Balloonist Gatekeeper and a 6/7 on the battlefield. One removal spell. A little bit of insurance against an artifact or an enchantment here. Probably just going to play a Gatekeeper and a Vinestalk this turn. I mean, again, getting these big creatures down seems good. Wait, why did I not just attack with this? Alright, well now I'm just doing this. There we go. Alright, well that worked out for us. He was trying to get rid of that 6/7 and really the only way he had to in hand. Green-red is very bad at dealing with these large fat creatures here. And he had to try to get that off the battlefield before struggling. So he's going to do that for the card draw, which makes sense. I still don't know why I didn't attack with this last turn, but it is what it is. There's the Uprising. Okay. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, so we can do Hatching Plans and Gatekeeper. I mean, I know I could get rid of the Uprising as well, but like, if I could just get a bunch of creatures down, it seems like it's probably going to be good enough here. We've also got Vinestalk coming, so yeah, this Temur Adventures deck, I mean, wow. It has been explosive, to say the least. Okay, so he did have a Frenzy to get rid of that. Now he's got to chump the Vanguard. But I think the Vinestalk should give us the win here. Let's see. So we get in, and then he's only able to block this and takes about 11. And that means Temur Adventures wins the Wilds of Eldraine Best of Tournament. You can check out the updated bracket on your screen now. Temur Adventures is the champion. I hope you guys enjoyed this format of kind of closing out a set as opposed to just a random little video here. It was a whole lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun with me. So yeah, that'll do it for this tournament. Tune in to the channel, I think tomorrow or Friday, for Lost Caverns of Ixalan set review. It's coming quick. Here we go. Thanks so much for tuning in again, and I will see you soon here on the channel for more daily draft content.